He then transforms it into a ball and sends that shit straight through the worm, and it ricochets off the wall, and he's just pretty much putting holes in the worm at this point with his shots. And look at this, hit him with a back heel, tap lift, and 3-piece this nigga, bro. That worm is cooked, bro. So DanDaDan finally makes its return with season 2. Now I'ma keep it a buck. I absolutely love season 1 to death. Was really making it week to week because of this. So let's see if Science Saru can hit us with back-to-back bangers. Not gonna lie, after the cliffhanger of season 1 and Gigi's house, I read the manga to finish the arc, so I already know we gonna be fed good in terms of content and lore, but let's just see if the studio can do their part. Also, this is my first DanDaDan video, obviously, so I hope y'all enjoy. So the first episode picks off right where the season finale left off, with all of these peeping Tom-ass gators surrounding Momo, and they about to jump her ass too. I was watching this like, hey Momo, get your ass out of there now. And once one of them grown-ass, lame-ass men grabbed her up by both of her arms, I was scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie to you. She was not finna see Okarun tomorrow. But that's when the fence fell down on him. But one of them manages to get past and grab Momo by her leg. But it wasn't long till the whole wall fell down on his ass. It was looking like the aftermath of another AMP 4th of July, I'ma be honest, revealing that this was due to Turbo Granny's luck. But for the rest of the video, I'ma call her TG, cause why not? And she's just chilling in the hot spring herself. Momo was like, what is you doing here, TG? And she's like, when Seiko mentioned Gigi's Addy, she clocked it in that there were hot springs in the area, so she had to do what she had to do. She snuck into Momo's bag. And Momo's right for real. Like, why didn't she just ask to come along? But TG just wanted to be extra with her season 2 entrance, bro. The feds pull up, and it turns out they're a part of the Kito family, and they've been up to no good. Who woulda knew? Acting like a bunch of damn YNs running loose. So Momo asks TG if she saw Gigi's house and her thoughts about it, cause she didn't see or feel anything. But that's when TG said that the house was a no bueno house and that it was soaked up in too much human blood. The POV then switches to Okarun and Gigi admiring the hole in the wall they made, leading to the hidden room. Okarun says that they should wait until Momo comes back because, in all fairness, they're kinda sorry without her. So the doorbell rings and they're like, oh, Momo's back. Hey yo, Momo, there's some weird shit. Hey, you ain't Momo. So Auntie pulls up with her book club ass group, sitting like a damn mafia boss, like she owns the damn place or some. And good lord, please tell me that these aren't Gigi snacks, bro. I tell you, if anyone came into my crib and started downing all my snacks, they'd be getting straight belt. And Granny was like, yeah, you better act nice, boy. You ain't gotta pay rent because of me. And never mind, I take it back. She does own the place. You got it, Auntie. You can sit however you want. That's when Gigi explains to Okarun that since his parents are hospitalized right now, he ain't gotta pay rent. And it's thanks to them that he can stay in this house. So Auntie was pressing Gigi because he left the house without telling them. And he was like, oh, my friend was just trying to visit the crib, so you know I had to scoop him, you feel me? And Auntie was low-key not buying it, bro. She was like, you better not have brung another Ghostbuster head-ass nigga into my house, eh? And the rest of them start pressing him too because they ain't want to spread their bad rep in the area. But Gigi was like, look at him. Does he really look like a spirit medium? And he's low-key right. But Auntie then quick draws a double barrel out of thin air, talking about some, you know, shit happens in the woods all the time. It would be a damn shame if you were to just disappear while I was hunting for a boar or some shit. And points it at Gigi. Gigi was trying to de-escalate it, saying, whoa, Auntie, calm down. You ain't gotta pull that out on me. Besides, if you pointed at me, you could get in some big trouble with the police. And coincidentally, the cops pull up through the front door and sees this. But it's already too late because that cop was a sellout to the whole damn family and also bailed out the freaky ass, lame ass, grown ass, gator ass men that were harassing Momo. So one of the guys were like, hey Gigi, where you been? To where he was like, oh, I was just out with a friend. But he's like, hey bro, don't lie to me, bro. So he was like, who's this guy? And Gigi was like, oh, this is Okarun. He's just my best friend. He wants to visit type shit. You get me? And the guy was like, oh, If you really Gigi's best friend, what's his favorite football team? But Okaroon comes in with the clutch and said PSG or PXG for my Blue Lock readers. And W Okaroon with his observation skills because he saw the poster on the wall. But this is where all that hard clutch from Okaroon goes to waste because Gigi sells from medium pressure because Auntie was like, hey Gigi, when is that girl coming back, huh? And Gigi proceeds to say, what you mean, Auntie? What girl? As if he didn't come running to open the door and said Momo's name out loud. Oh my gosh, but that's all they needed to hear. So Momo comes to the Tsuchinoko shrine and sees this guy doing a handstand, and it turns out he's trying to become like a bootuber or some shit. And he seems like mad chill. He just gotta be consistent with it, and I'm sure that he'll make it. And when Momo sees the Tsuchinoko, she pretty much gets scammed, bro. And even the bootuber agreed that that shit ain't look like the Tsuchinoko. Bro does not get paid enough to keep this secret. Hell, he doesn't even get paid at all to keep this secret. Honestly, bro, just go in all with this bootuber shit, because respectively, you can't have possibly anything else to lose. And he says that it's supposedly from when the giant snake got molted, and nowadays by enshrining that snake skin, it prevents the volcano from erupting. And Momo was like, then what about the Tsuchinoko? But he just flat out says that his pops said that it would attract more people if they called it that. And I mean, shit, it worked, because she's there. Momo ends up walking back to the house, saying that Okaroon is going to be disappointed because he was looking forward to it, but maybe he'll like the local folktale. And as she returns to the house, she opens the door and sees both Okaroon and Gigi on the ground with no shirt, and all the men that were harassing her earlier had nothing on but their undies, their tidy whities, and they have them niggas laid out, bro. Like, this shit looks like a damn Diddy party, probably giving them straight BTA with that big ass fan, literally. Momo immediately locked in and wasted no time, dropped the bag, and immediately dropped this guy with her signature roundhouse to the neck. Next guy with the glasses tries running up on her, but she hit him with the Trafalgar Law room and connected her knee to his dome, straight inverted this nigga's nose. Two more guys try and follow up, and this grown ass man is yelling boobies. Yeah, bro, get this nigga out of here, bro. Keep this nigga locked up. Momo ducks the hammer swing from him, weaves it again, and knocks this nigga to the door with a kick. This guy swings the fan on her, and it gives the other guy a lob to hit her with a mean gut check, but just in time, Momo blocks it with her powers. Right when she lands, she grabs the table, and it was lights out for that nigga, bro. Had to get her get back tenfold and kick this shit out of this nigga's balls, bro. Yeah, bro ain't reproducing a child in this lifetime no more. This guy sneaks Momo and bear hugs her and hits her with a mean headbutt to try and knock her out. And he grabs her thigh too, like, you are doing too much. Stop touching her, creep, or you gonna hear about it from me, Nick. But TG comes in with a clutch, scaring the unk for him to slip and fall and hit his head on the table. Now, everyone else trying to recuperate and kind of surround her, but Auntie dashes in to hit Momo with a double kick, knocking her back into the TV. They knew to let Auntie run her ones, run the ISO, starts chasing after Momo and throwing combos at her at that, but Momo blocks it. Very impressive. She tries to grab the couch and catch a body, but Auntie can move as well. Straight W keys to Momo after that and tries to combo her again, but Momo's weave game is actually kind of crazy. Like, I was low-key watching this like, hey, I ain't know Momo had them attributes for real. Momo starts darting everything in the vicinity at Auntie, but Auntie's just parrying everything. Tried to sneak in the unk just for him to get smacked to the side. Straight dash, and Momo high keys blocking these strikes from Auntie, but sadly, she hit her with a Jennifer Lopez Anaconda double fist, knocking Momo through the walls into the separate room of the house. This is where Auntie drops the lore that they are the ones who are responsible for keeping the village safe by inviting human sacrifices to the house and sacrificing them to the great serpent lord, cause the original altar was on those grounds, and she put 2 and 2 together. That explains why Gigi's parents are hospitalized right now. So then the ground under Momo starts to sink in, so she grabs onto the hole to pull herself out, but they are just guarding that hole to make sure none goes through. Defense to the extreme, I'm telling you, acting like AMP having 10 security guards at the gate for Rakai, and just smacks her back into the pit. But Okaroon and Gigi come in with a clutch and push the table onto them to push them into the pit. And as Okarun tries to get Momo out of the quicksand, the weight of everyone has them all fall into the pit. Okarun and Momo land safely, sorta, and Okarun, don't think we ain't see that, bro. Good catch, gang. But Gigi is holding onto dear life onto the ledge, and as it breaks off, Momo's range ain't enough to catch him, and as he's about to pull a Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man 2, he ends up falling onto the serpent's back as it reveals its weird ass, ugly ass face shape. Oh my goodness. So the Kinto family pull up like they did damn Ninja Turtles talking to the serpent while Momo saves Gigi. And that's when Okarun remembers reading about it and that it's actually a giant man-eating worm that is usually said to be 2 meters tall, which is still scary, but the point is, they've been feeding this nigga good, bro. So they start doing a little dance while Momo tries to tell him that, hey, it's just a man-eating worm, but...
Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
The worm just wipes him off the damn map. Momo suggests for them to hide inside the house. Okarun ain't stick the landing and Momo was watching like, damn nigga, get up. But they both get in and some weird shit is happening to them and they just start tweaking out. Had me concerned like, come on. Gigi's trying to stop Okarun from tweaking out by throwing him around the room, and then he grabs a box cutter and tries to commit seppuku like, nigga, chill. Gigi holds him down though, and he sees that they about to be sniped by the worm, so Gigi grabs him out of there. That's when Gigi realizes that the worm is reacting to the sound and vibrations made throughout the house. Okarun tries to off himself again with a pair of scissors, saying to let him die, and that's when Gigi gets the flashback to when he saw his parents try to do the same thing to themselves, and when he saved them, his mom said the same thing. Momo starts tweaking out too, and is about to commit seppuku with a glass shard, but TG comes in with another clutch 2 for 2 and acts as a pillow to stop Momo. Gigi ties Okarun and Momo up, and that's when TG reveals that the worm is emitting psychic waves to make people off themselves that are inside the house. Gigi asks how he's unaffected by it, but that's when Momo starts using her powers to get glass shards and rain them down on her, but Gigi gets in front of her to take the hit. Oh my goodness, what a real friend, a real homie, a real nigga. He might have been trying to play D on Okarun when he came in, but after this, how can you hate bro for real? Momo tries to do it again, but Gigi takes the shard to the arm, grabs them all, and starts running throughout the house to get out. But this guy slips and falls down a flight of stairs. Oh my goodness, good hustle though, Gigi. They both try to jump off the ledge, and the worm is looking right at them. But that's when we see this ugly ass thing. Oh my goodness, from the bowl cut to the big ass nose to the eyes and the mouth, you are a 50 overall with no type of badges, buddy. But Momo and Okarun regain their sanities, and it turns his head like a damn owl. Oh my goodness, I'm just getting sick by looking at this nigga. But TG gives us the info, being that yokai is called Evil Eye, and for them not to look it in the eye, as its gaze will make you go insane and off yourself. But right now, since the Evil Eye's curse and the worm's wave are both canceling out, Momo tells Okarun to attack the worm since it isn't moving, and he chops its mouth off. Oh my goodness. But it just grows a new mouth and it starts attacking again. So they just start doing the dash, and TG reminds them not to look it in the eye. And Gigi, with the danger senses of a damn acorn, doesn't even try to cover his eyes and ends up looking right into them. We then end up getting the backstory to the Evil Eye as a kid, I guess, looking out at the other kids dancing from the shed thing, also wishing to be able to play with them, and we see that he was actually the first sacrifice. And auntie, is that you? Damn, you old as shit. You was really operating this shit from the whole start, no troll, all the way back then to the Duke Dennis age. What did bro do to even deserve this though? Like, this is just wrong. We then see his ghost appear in this house that was built over the altar with a family of 3 just eating and chilling. And the kid notices him, but his parents then drown themselves. Another family is seen and the parents just murk themselves too. And this just gets even sadder, bro, cause it looks like the kid that has the same shitty ass bowl cut as the Evil Eye we just saw a few minutes ago sees him and tells his parents that there's a ghost in the house, and he starts freaking out. But to calm him down, the Evil Eye starts doing the dance that he saw the other kids do, and bro is low-key not hitting that shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's looking like Kozuki Oden hitting this shit. But then the parents end up murking themselves too. Oh my goodness. And that's when the evil eye notices that there's something below the house that's making them do this. We then see Auntie with a spades looking ass cut with 2 other members of the Kito family pull up and say that the kid is now going to be an offering to the great serpent lord, and they'll bury him with the house and all. Is that not OD? You mean to tell me that every time you've had a sacrifice, you were not only burying the victim, but burying the whole damn house in the same spot and no one batted an eye? Like, how can you even do this low key? So the evil eye trying to untie the kid, like it ain't already wraps for them. Like they are all buried alive, bro. But since he's a ghost, his hands just pass through. And damn, they stripped this little nigga to his drawers too. This is so cooked. Auntie should be locked up for this, bro, because this is just bad. But this formed a grudge between humans and the evil eye. And so he merged with the kid, giving him the form that we see in the present. Momo trying to tell Gigi to lock in, and she tries to pull the evil eye off of him, but bro really has him in a leg and headlock. And Okarun is really fighting his own battle, trying to run away from the worm to act as a diversion. But Gigi then pleads Evil Eye's case, saying that he's not a bad guy and that he's been fighting alone and suffering the entire time. So Gigi tries to run down to the Evil Eye's body in the shed. And this yokai looking and perched on him like a damn monkey, bro. He even got his hands and toes gripping on his shoulders. Now, if that was me personally, I'd have to sumo slam anyone who can think that they can perch onto me, not gonna lie. So as Gigi makes it to the evil eye shed, and we see the evil eye's body all bone and shit, and honestly this is just sad, man. And Gigi starts sympathizing with it, and TG trying to warn him like, hey bro, don't do it. He drives niggas to insanity and booms themselves. But Gigi's like no, and that he's the same, although he does look a little different. So the worm sends a shockwave to electrocute them, and the worm is just releasing this orange sticky goo like substance. And Momo's like, damn, where the fuck is this nigga Okarun? And we see Okarun on the edge of a random house slept, and he can't move. As Momo tries to use her powers to escape with Gigi, we then see Gigi is knocked out like a light, drooling and all, and we see that he is now in the evil eye's backstory and sees how much he was suffering, being that all he wanted to do was play. And being the kind-hearted young man Gigi is, he asks the evil eye what he wants to play, saying a lifetime isn't enough and that he'll hang out with him as much as he wants. And pretty much like a random nigga on another episode of Could Have Been Records, pretty much signed away their life to a 360 deal, and he starts tweaking out. As the worm comes back and is about to eat them whole, Gigi hits the worm with a nasty right hook of doom. So much force, his pants even ripped off. Like damn. He then kicks that worm's head off straight to heaven, slicing its mouth off. But we then see that it ain't Gigi, but it's the evil eye possessing Gigi's body. As Momo is admiring the Aurafarm, because shit, I was too, I'm not gonna lie. TG gives her the heads up to brace herself, and that's when the evil eye wastes no time and kicks my girl Momo and TG across the shed. And good thing Momo braced herself, because he then came in with another kick to hold her up against the wall. Bro's dogs are out and are gripping Momo's arm. Yeah, bro, we gonna have a big problem, bro. You do not want to catch these hands or feet by me on bro. Momo tries to tell Gigi to lock back in, but Evil Eye's like, hey bro, shut your ass up. Who do you think you was talking to right now? This body is mine, and I'm about to show humans what they should consider hell for real. He then notices that the worm grew back its mouth and is about to charge another shockwave attack at them, but he then spawns a little house-shaped force field around himself and Momo to block the attack. He then transforms it into a ball and sends that shit straight through the worm, and it ricochets off the wall, and he's just pretty much putting holes in the worm at this point with his shots. And look at this, hit him with a back heel, tap lift, and 3-piece this nigga, bro. That worm is cooked, bro. That worm has as many holes as Squidward's clarinet, bro. And right now, he is just Aurafarming, bro. He's just flexing how many keep ups he can do. Like, scouts, what are you doing? Get this nigga in blue lock ASAP. I know Rin would love to have another player that has their life on the line like this, bro. So the worm is trying to escape through the dirt, and Momo is confused on how Gigi ended up like this, and that's when TG reveals that Seiko wasn't capping when she was glazing him, calling him a genius and all that, being that he had such a strong spiritual pressure and high physical power at that. And because of this, the evil eye was targeting him to use him as a vessel. Even TG was jealous, saying that she wishes she could have possessed him herself. Momo is in disbelief because Gigi didn't seem like that back then, but TG makes a good point, saying that everyone has their own timing for awakening because Momo just recently awakened her powers. Right when Momo gets up, Evil Eye is just giving her the meanest side eye, like, you do not want to mess with this nigga, he looks like he's on bad timing. And as she squares up, he then hits the ball up and does a damn spin move looking like a ballerina and volleys the ball at her. Now Momo is able to block it with her powers, and this should look like a scene straight out of Izuma 11 if I'm keeping it a buck. But Evil Eye straight W keys her and hits her with a mean gut check, sending her straight to the wall. And as Evil Eye is about to deliver the final blow with his volley, that's when my GOAT Okaroon comes in like he Luffy saving Law from Doflamingo and clashes with Evil Eye. Shit really looked like they was using Conqueror's Hockey or some shit, but the episode ends right there. So sadly, we gotta wait next week to see this fade unfold. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below your thoughts on the episode and if I should continue making these weekly or bi-weekly episode coverages. Make sure to also go follow the socials like the Instagram and the Twitter, and be sure to join the Discord to be a part of the community. All links are in the description down below, and without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day, and see ya.